this. All right, you guys, you heard the lady. She said we are recording this tonight. This is all of us here from Camp Chair Crew tonight, bringing you some really good information. I'm recording this because I believe I've got a few new tidbits of information to give to you, and I'm just really thankful that you're all here. Sherry Denny, your corporate director, and other fun stuff. Let's just put it that way, just other fun stuff. So thank you for joining us here tonight. I'm not going to say it was a slow week because it's never slow. We've all been really, really busy. Not any new recruits came in, but are they waiting in line? Ron, are they waiting in line?
Yes, I spent my time this week helping people get there too. So
yeah, and here's another thing that Ron.
I got a bunch to put in.
Here's another one that Ron realized too. And you guys all know this. If you put in like 12, 14 people in the last month, there's a point where if you've not been going on all along and handing out, sending out, and which I'm sure he did, but sometimes it gets lost in translation or whatever, because we've got the Denmark team on. And there's an email that we send out that kind of puts everything in a little box, just kind of like a toolbox in an email, and send it off to them to get them started. And you guys heard about this all last night on the training, and I'm not going to reiterate any of that, but we do have those emails that are onboarding emails in the campaigns, but you have to have their email address in order to set them up on that. That is so important because we've been spending a lot of time, I don't want to call it backtracking, it's getting back to the new people to get them started. Now, granted, I know everybody waits for their product first, right? Everybody waits for their product, right? Mm-hmm. So product is in hand. Now what do I do with it? And getting it out and sharing it is one of the most common things that you can do. I've had some emails and some requests to do a few, like a little video, or I made some templates where people can put a little ad onto it, and they can put those out for Christmas, Thanksgiving, you know, whatever. But you guys can do that. Now's the time to be doing that, because this is the busiest month in all of networking. If you don't know it yet, you know it now. And we have actually quite a few things that we could be doing. Hey there, Daniel. I like your background. Average sucks, right? It's on my phone. People have been asking me when I hold my phone up, whoa, that's kind of intense. But yeah, it is. So first of all, here, I'm Sherry. Yeah. Oh yeah. I think everybody on here has an average sucks sign there. So one thing I want to remember, I'm going to say this now, and at the end, I hope I remember to say it, is everybody be sure to go into your back office and get your online ticket for the event that is the 11th. Now, it's going to be the 11th there. So I think it's the 10th for us. Somehow it works out that way. Yeah, like 3 o'clock in the morning or some ridiculous thing. But it's well worth it, because when you have that ticket, and there's actually several people that managed to be able to get the online ticket and be there in person. So I can only imagine how much better this is going to be this year, because last year, I mean, amazing as it was, you guys have seen Eric Worre and doing his big events that he did, and it was all those screens behind. Let me tell you, Sergi's was 100 times better. He went all out.
There's a replay, right?
Well, only if you have a ticket.
That's what I'm saying.
Yes.
I don't have to be up at 3 o'clock in the morning.
Oh, heavens no. But here's the neat thing about it. If you're watching this and they have these drawings and you reply, you win. And they have lots of neat things for that. So you need to get your own online ticket for APL Planet. And let me see, what were some of the things that they will have extensive training on there. And you can't really go back to the replays on that until the whole event is over. And then they upload those into your back office for the people that have tickets. And I got to tell you, that training last year on the science, and they translate everything into English, into any language that is needed wherever you are. And that was amazing. We almost learned too much. And when you learn too much, what do you want to do? You want to tell everybody, right? So yeah, and that's not what you want to do. Here, I'm going to show you a different script that might help you with not showing people so much. So anyway, those people that have their ticket, there will be special promotions, and the terms and conditions will be announced at the event. So with that said, I hope I bring that up again later. You guys have it. You got that, right? So Randy probably just missed the first part of that. So Randy, I hope you're doing better. I heard you are back at work. I'm so sorry. So, yeah, TSA is no place to be. I'm actually shocked all this time you've been there, and you unfortunately came down with the big C word. So
I put that link on chat too.
oh, thank you so much. Yeah, and is that to get the ticket? Because the ticket needs to be purchased in your back office.
Oh, it's just the link about the planet.
Oh, thank you. Thank you. Yeah, and they haven't put, or maybe they have now, but we were requesting the agenda. And it's funny, Tina and Kelly said they didn't have it, and I was talking to them as they left for New York this morning. They are the U.S. Federation boxing team going to, seriously, I'm not kid you not, going to Russia, because apparently that's the only way they can get their visas in there. So, you know, Sergey's smart. He figures things out, you know? So you got to do what you got to do. So what was the other thing I wanted to do? Oh, you guys, I sent this. There was a very, very important part to Saturday's training. And I pulled out a section for you guys, and I want to show that to you. I'll share it with you if you want. But this, out of everything that was on there, this is the one thing, and you guys can use this. I don't think I've added, I don't know, I might have my information on it. You can download a YouTube video, squeeze it down and make it your own as well. But I want to show this to you because this is the piece of information that got everybody's attention when we first started with APLGO. And I hope you can see this because my internet's kind of weird today. Can you guys see that? Is it coming up?
Not yet.
Not yet.
No, come on, are you there? Is it working?
That was Saturday. Yeah, it's there.
All right, this is 90 seconds of guess who's got the best. All right, so see if I can get this thing to play now. Go.
APLGO that really set it apart for you?
It was the product, because I already knew once I figured out how this network marketing thing works, I knew that we could apply it and do the same thing no matter where we went. We could go anywhere. And because of the skills that we've honed in on, we could make it work. But it was this. The first picture I saw in APLGO was the gal with the hands with the two things. So we made our own into these little baggies. And I just started doing Zooms and asking every single person I knew or every single person I ran into in person, given the same nutritional value, which one would you pick? And 100% of the time, they chose the candy without even knowing anything about it. Nothing. They would always choose the candy. And I said, if everybody on the planet always picks this one, then this is the right company to be a part of. And then we started asking bigger leaders, like network marketing leaders who already had big businesses, already were selling nutritional products. And we would ask them, and even they would say this one. And I said, so if you're choosing the candies, the DNA candies over the supplements, don't you think everybody you know would choose that too? And if that's the case, you're either going to join us or we're now your biggest competitor.
Yep.
It's kind of a no-brainer.
Yeah.
And the ease of how simple it was to do that is what really sold me 100% on how incredible this company was going to be.
That was it. How powerful is that, you guys?
Mhm.
Sherry,
Yeah, so I'm gonna stop the share on there. Excuse me, and see if I can also get that to escape out of there. Yeah, so, oh, and I took it out of there. So I'll go ahead and put that up here if you guys would like me to, if you want to use it. Or just refer back to it. I use the wording, and I literally put out a story on Facebook yesterday. And thank you everybody that went in there. There was 149 views, and a lot of people were already in APLGO, but the people that weren't, 100%, not even one no, 100% voted on
Andy.
the candy. And what that did was it gave me a lot of people to go in as leads and talk to again. A lot of those people I've already sent a box to back in April. And some of them, nothing happened. Those were the ones that also voted yes. So I'm going back to them and getting that information for them. I'm going to ask them again. So here's where this new script comes in. We're always looking for something new. If something isn't working, I mean, granted, we've got great scripts that are in APLGO, in Rapid Funnel, no doubt about it. So we're going to be testing something here, and in fact, I'm starting this in just the next couple days. But usually when we talk to somebody, our biggest main intent is to close them, right? We want them in the business. But what if you're talking to that person and you're just slamming them with details, facts and figures, and really is all they wanted to do is maybe they just want to try what it is. Everybody wants to try it first, but I got to tell you, as soon as you put that in their mouth and they realize what you said was what you said, then they want to know more. So the first words, it's interesting is my internet causing issues, you guys? You got this? Okay, all right. So when I call people, or maybe when you call people, do you normally introduce yourself first?
Sometimes, yes.
Well, here's what I found, because I've been doing this a lot lately, is when I introduce myself, and I was actually talking to somebody about this, they said, I like your energy, but did you know that when you introduce yourself like this, by the way, this is an absolutely incredible 7-figure income earner in network marketing, said, when you introduce yourself, you sound like you're a possible bill collector or a telemarketer for sure. So I'm like, oh, okay. So how can we change that? Yeah, really. And we're here to collect a decision, ultimately collect a decision. Thank you, Randy. So, so the first words out of your mouth maybe are to identify who they are. So this is how I'm using this, because a lot of the people that we go into, say we're using Facebook Messenger, and they don't know us from dirt. We don't really know them. We can start a relationship that way. But what if it was like this, basically this funnel that was put together by putting that one poll out there, and I know those people. Some of them I don't, and when I don't know them, they don't even put their name on there. So the first words out of your mouth could be to, identify who they are and what they did to make this happen. So, hey, Sally, I noticed that you put your answer in on my poll. Can I ask what interested you to do that, or what made you want to do that? So, and then I ask, this is Sally, right? Well, actually, I ask if it's Sally first. I ask to identify themselves first. Hi, is this Sally? I don't introduce my name. I just let them know that they put their information in my poll, and I just want to, is it okay to talk to them about that? Of course, they're going to say hello. And another thing that we're doing is having people fill out the survey. This is a big one, you guys. When people fill out the survey, they put their name in there, and you can just say automatically, hey, and when that comes in, this is so critical, you guys. When somebody fills that survey out, that is a very live lead. That doesn't come to you in 15 minutes. That comes to you instantly. And if you don't react to that instantly, now it's a cold lead. Okay. So if you could react to that instantly by either texting them back right away, I say the first thing, do pick up the phone and call them. You guys pick up the freaking phone and call them. Call them. So I know it's getting out of your comfort zone, but picking up the call, if they don't answer, and chances are they're not going to answer because they don't recognize your phone number. So instantly, immediately text them. Hopefully the number that they put in there is their cell phone. Most people it is these days. Go ahead and text them and say, hey, I just tried to give you a call. I noticed you filled out my survey. I'm going to call you back. That's the message. That's the message we're forgetting, I am actually going to have them change that in the script in Rapid Funnel, because that's what we're missing. Phone call, text, I'm going to call you back right now. Phone call them back, and they usually pick up the phone. This is what's been happening, and I'm real excited about it. Now, if they don't pick up the phone, they're still hesitant, leave a message. And then immediately after that, send them an email. So you've called them, you've sent them a message, text message that you're going to call them, you call them back, you've sent them an email. Excuse me, that's 4 touches right there. Boom. What do you think of that, Tuesday? That's 4 right now. So chances are you've got that person's attention, and you'd be able to connect with them fairly easily now, because you're actually building a little bit of that connection with them. So when they do answer the phone, here's what I've been telling people is, hey, I see that you filled out a survey, and I really see that you might have some initial health concerns here, and I want to be able to help you with the solution. Is that okay? Always get an okay from you guys. You guys know that. And these are basically the same scripts that we're using with Rapid Funnel. But I got to tell you, that 4 point of contact, have we done that before, Tuesday? No, and I know Clee does it all the time too. I think we're missing that call, text, call, and then email. And then they really realize, wow, this is somebody that really wants my attention. They're the ones that filled out the survey. So then you're going to want to do the FORM. You guys know what that is. You find out about, what their family is, and a good way to connect with that is, ask them a question. Like, you could ask them, if you don't know, well, what part of the country wait, let me back up. Another thing we want to do is qualify them. This is something that we've been missing. And I'm speaking really to Tuesday and Clear on those blitz calls all the time. And I know you guys are using Rapid Funnel, because I see your messages, and Daniel too. I see a bunch of those coming back too. Qualify them. Are you 18 years or older? And do you live in the United States or Canada? That just, I'm telling you, if you guys are doing this in the Philippines, or you're doing it in other countries, that's fine too. But just qualify that they're 18 years or older, because I have gotten some people on there that sound a lot older, and they're like 14, 16. They're just messing around. I don't know. I don't even know why they fill out the survey. Excuse me. So, you could ask them a couple of questions like, wow, where do you live? And to build a rapport with that, you're trying to make a conversation, really a conversation. And some people might not want to tell you where they live, even if they just tell you they live in the state of Montana. Like, oh my gosh. Now I have been there. In fact, I used to live there for 2 seconds. I moved on. It's just like Alaska. It was too cold. I said, oh my gosh, I've been there. It's beautiful. What part are you in? And just start building a rapport with them so that, and you guys know this, I think I'm preaching to the choir here, but once they get to know that you're a real person, it becomes reality that that you really want to help them. So you're just trying to make that connection. And the big thing here is to get them in front of a presentation. How difficult has that been? Even sending them an invite, it's been rather difficult, right? So I just would start asking the question, have you ever done an online business? Does that interest you? We do this online, or you can do it from your phone. You can do it wherever you want, anywhere in the world. Is that something that interests you if you're interested in the business part of this? And that's what we have to identify is business, or, you know, they just want to be a customer and try the product. But getting them in front of a presentation is really important. So there's, in the script, you could be asking, what would be a good time for you? Because you guys, you know, we can send them one online through Rapid Funnel, or we can get them on a live one. And as you know, those are Tuesday night at 5 p.m. Pacific time. But, and there's other ones. There's one Wednesday night, and there's also one Thursday night. Those are done by corporate, and I think Papa Drop does, Dr. Oskol does hers. Oxol does hers.
You know, I've tried to get on the Wednesday night one sometimes, and I go
They're
through the
not
rapid.
there.
There's nobody there.
Yeah.
Never.
Those are hit and miss. And this is what I love about Thursday night will always be there. Tuesday night will always be there.
Who does Thursday night?
That's a corporate one. And they just started doing that.
Okay.
Yeah. So, but these are ones, so there's 3 a week, but you can always send them one through Rapid Funnel. But you guys, if we need more, if we need to do more, I can do one. I can do one at the drop of the hat. Pretty soon, I won't be spending as much time over at Dr. Lucas's office, because I'm pretty sure he's got that down pat now. That he's, like I said, he's an Energizer bunny rabbit. But we should be able to do these a lot more often if need be. I know it's going to be critical here really soon to start doing one at either 11 o'clock my time, so that's noon your time, Pacific time, Ron, for the people overseas, that they could literally plug into. And I believe that, no, that's not even right. That's 10 o'clock their time. So something like 10 or 11 my time is 8 or 9 o'clock their time. We have to figure that out. But I would be available to do overviews. By the way, you guys, I'm doing the overview tomorrow night and the training next Sunday night. So this is going to be fun. And I've got a really good new slide presentation to show you guys. So, okay. So I think the biggest takeaway that I got from doing these new call-ins with the people that went to my poll was the 4 points of contact. Mm-hmm. Immediately. That has made a huge difference. And then I'm asking them, would it be okay if, would it be possible to get you in front of a live presentation? And those are the words I use, in front of a live presentation, so you can learn more. And would Tuesday at 5 p.m. be good for you, or Thursday? I think that one's at 5 p.m. as well. Tuesday or Thursday, let them choose. And then you must be on that Zoom with them. You got to be there. You cannot ask them to go and then you not show up. So letting them pick the time is pretty good. And then from there, you can share a little bit more if you want, but let them know that you will be following up with them. If they're not, hardly anybody is ever ready. You guys tell me if I'm wrong, to sign up on the first call, right? So there will be a few more calls. After that, there'll be some follow-up after that. And I gotta tell you, if you're not following up, that's where you're losing your whole downline. Because the follow-up, well, like they say, the money's in the follow-up, but you know what? The gold is in the follow-up. Everything that happens is you being consistent. And when they find you being consistent, that's somebody that they want to work with. Keep everything upbeat, and you guys know the rest of the story. So are there any questions on that? Good, Ron.
I would just add on to that, on following up. If you'll set your next follow-up date with the person before you get off the phone.
Oh, absolutely. I didn't say that, did I?
You know, I'll give you a call next week. I'm gonna call you on Monday.
Mhm.
Would 2 or 3 o'clock be best for you? You know, set the next follow-up with a confirmed appointment.
Right. So if I'm talking to them on Monday, I'm actually following up with them on Wednesday. It's 48 hours. If you let it go any longer than 48 hours, I remember a long time ago, we used to give it a week. Today's Monday. I'm following up with you on Wednesday. What's a good time for you? Is this time that I'm talking to you now the best time? And write it, put it in your calendar. And if you let it go 72 hours, it's kind of iffy. If you let it go longer than that, they're gone. That's just the people want action. They want it right now, if not yesterday.
Yep.
But thanks, Ron, for adding that in there. Yep. The purpose of the meeting is to book another one. And hopefully there's not too many of those and they just sign up. And you guys, if you need help, don't hesitate to reach out. And even if I'm at Dr. Lucas's, really, I tell him to wait. He knows this is more important. Now that he's figured it out, now that he knows the product, he knows if I'm talking to somebody, I just give him the look. I give him the mom look. And he's like, oh, I got it. He's a funny little guy. So anyway, love him to death. He absolutely incredibly gets this. He's, I believe, I know he's sponsoring his nephew in from Seattle, by the way, Clee. And yeah, and he has a Dr. Lentz coming on out here from the Valley, a Nature Path. So it's pretty interesting what's going on. And Kathy, I know you've got some people there in Eagle River that are just chomping at the bit to see this. So we can set up some appointments. All right. Any questions, anybody?
I have a question. It's not related to what we're talking about. Can I ask another question? A different subject?
Is it about the zoo or?
Yeah, it's about the pandas at the zoo. No. I don't quite understand yet myself. When people are taking supplements, they're taking vitamins, they go to GNC and they get some vitamin K and vitamin D and so forth.
Right.
And we're gonna replace those essentially with our drops, correct?
Almost all of them, yeah.
So how do you determine, of the 15 drops, what we're going to replace what they're taking now when they go to GNC and they buy, they buy B complex, they buy C and so forth.
Well, go ahead, Tuesday. I know you've got a good one on that too. And by the way, GNC is going out of business. They're just shutting down all over the place. I got it.
I'm just not sure what to suggest. So I appreciate anybody has any insight.
If people use B complex, it's usually because they're low energy. They have, they're just feel and run down all the time. So GTS would be a good one for that.
Okay.
And then also for vitamin C, they're looking to boost their immune system. So then that would be GRW. So
Yep.
you just have to find out what they're getting the vitamin for, and then compensate that with one of our drops.
So what do you suggest for a multi?
You obviously understand this. Would it be possible to put like a little something together?
There is. I think it's in the playbook, right, Sherry?
It is. There's two sheets already there.
All right, just like the major vitamins, the B, D,
they don't have it for what different vitamins. What they do is they have like a list like this.
I have that one.
Okay, this is one of them. There's a couple of others, but that's what I would do. I would ask them what they're getting the vitamin for.
Right.
Okay,
And
all right. What do you, I'm gonna imagine a lot of people don't even know. They just go in and, you know, someone suggested you get these
Exactly.
vitamins.
Absolutely.
And they don't know.
When I used to, in fact, I took a job at Sprouts Farmers Market in the health department for 2 months just to do a survey, you guys. Some of the things we do as networkers. And I was in the supplement vitamin department, and I would ask people, what is it that you think your body needs? Who told you to come in and get this? And man, some of the answers I got were unbelievable. So, and Ron, would you want to say anything about the little project that you're working on right now? The little niche that you found, or you want to keep that a secret till later?
No, wait till I put it together so I can.
Okay.
So I make it so they understand it.
All right, that'll be fun.
It's not a secret. I just want to make sure that I understand where you want to go with it.
Okay, all right.
And what their hot buttons are.
Yeah, so here's the big deal about the whole, every product that we have is every issue that person has that's not a major medical malfunction, you guys, okay? Let's get real here. These are, you know, that your basic aches and pains, although there are, that, you know, people that need more energy. There are people that the diabetic, you know, people that are type 2 diabetics that have lowered their blood sugar glucose to normal in just a matter of 20. There's some major things happening here. The big deal is to find out what their problem is. Listen, just listen to them, because people, they'll tell you all day long, even if you don't know them and you're standing in the grocery store line, ask how they are, and they'll tell you they want to talk. Especially now, they want to talk. They want to tell you.
Don't show me. Don't show me.
Yeah, really, they want to talk, and you kind of have to figure out a way. Well, hey, would there be a good time that maybe I could talk to you about a solution that I have? I always carry samples on me, but sometimes that's kind of weird.
Would you be open? How you like that one?
Yeah. So would you be open to use that one? Hey, do you want to step next door and get a cup of tea? And I'd love to show you a solution that I think I have for you. That's a mild one. That could work.
Yeah. Does anybody know what the average person spends on supplements?
Yes. Working in that store, it's $300 to $900 a month. Kid you not. Hands down.
Really?
Absolutely. Yeah. And by the way, that was like 4 years ago. So
yeah,
it's probably 600 to 1,000 now.
And not only that, most of it goes right down the toilet.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's right.
So,
It's expensive urine.
yeah. And if you haven't noticed that, I don't know, you guys, is anybody ever watching that? This is kind of a weird thing to talk about, but when somebody is ill, their body's not right, their urine could be cloudy, dark, you know, those are things to watch for. But when you're literally, your urine's clear, I'm like doing a happy dance. I mean, it has been so nice. So
I read today that supplements going through your digestive systems, you only get 10% absorption. That's it.
That's true. Oh, and you know what? I'm sorry, Ron, I didn't find that sheet of paper that I actually wanted to show that tonight. But in a vitamin supplement company I was in before, we have the sprays, and the 10% if it's a pill, and up to 30 to 50% if it's in a liquid gel, and you might get 50 to 80 if it's liquid that you, and again, you're still putting it in your stomach, but it was actually 99.9% if it was mucosal.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
Sweet tooth. That's why they give it to you in two forms for mucosal, under the tongue or up the rear end.
Oh, it's too much
Oh.
information.
That's why they give you suppositories, believe me.
You got your microphone a little too close. You're coming in real fuzzy. There you go.
Sorry about that.
Oh, much better. Yeah, much better. So anyway, if there any other questions, I will go ahead. As a matter of well, I'll keep the recording going if there's a really good question here, but I wanted to get this out to you guys and you can listen to it again, or because these are just notes that I took about when I'm calling people and what I'm saying. And if I have the time, I will actually put it into a script. Can you imagine having that? People love scripts, but this one, it's just boom, 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 what I said. And I kept writing it down because the answers kept getting better and better. It's like, oh, I'm onto something here. But the 4 touches, that was perfect, you guys. So, and that's something that I know we weren't doing on the blitzes, right, Tuesday? It was basically if we found somebody, you know, we sent them another message, which is great. That's what we were kind of instructed to do. But if they've got a number, I know Curry did it every time. He's on the phone. He didn't even wait. He's on the phone. And then if they didn't answer, text, I just tried to call you. I'm going to call you again right now. Call them back. If they don't answer, leave a message. So actually that's 1, 2, 3, 4 already. And then the 5th one being sending them an email if you have their email. And if they're filling out the survey, you're getting that.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. So you guys, I love these camp chair crews. Anytime I can get together with you guys makes me happy. And we all need a little happy in our lives right now. So yeah, training it's not training tomorrow. It's actually an overview, John. And I'm doing it. I always have fun when I get with those, and I'm going to try to make it as quick as possible. And I probably won't hang around at the end for questions because I can answer them. I would just rather let people get on with their night. I don't know. We'll see. We'll see how I feel. I don't want to be the library.
Sherry, Sam, sorry. Sherry, where did you say you put your that survey?
The survey is actually in Rapid Funnel, and it is the 1-minute survey that I send out to everybody.
Yeah, where did you use it though? Did you use it on your YouTube or?
Oh,
I mean, how do you
excellent
send it out?
question. You know what I did? I made I bought a URL, and you guys, I even called Curry on this. I could not believe it was available. I want the drop.com.
Oh, that's right, your URL. Yeah.
I'm using that
Okay,
one,
cool.
and I know, and then I called him back the other day, and just before they were going to Mexico, and I said, you're not going to believe what I got. I got give me the 411.com. So it's givemeyourinfo.com, and I use that with that's the survey. That's the survey. The other one is iwantthedrop.com. Actually, if you go to iwantthedrop.com, it actually goes to a and watch, now I'm going to get a bunch of things from Rapid Funnel because it goes to a video on Rapid Funnel about I think it's a 3-minute video, a 3-minute sizzle video, but you can actually go in there and people can click on what's next. If you scroll down lower, it answers questions for them. It's an excellent one to add to that. So that's where I'm using those, Kathy.
Cool, thank you.
Yeah. Anything else, you guys?
Good call.
Yeah, you know what? I would really like to do these more often, especially with your team, Ron, at a different time. We'll always have this Monday night, but it doesn't work for them because they're like, what is it, 4 o'clock in the morning right now?
It's 9 hours ahead.
Yeah. So